All right. Go. I can't even remember what session this is. I think it's like 12 or 13 or something.
Someone's
I
got a
can't remember.
TV going in the background.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
has got a TV going in the background.
Hang on.
Common thing in our gaming sessions, isn't it? So I think it's session 12. So you guys were already kind of exploring the dungeon, I think, in the last session.
Sorry about
You had quite an epic battle with a cave fisher. Up on the wall there, caused a bit of trouble for, I think, Grumble and Xander.
Everyone, we couldn't hit the
Dispatched
fucker.
on that. You then had another crack at those reptilian insectoid creatures. Managed to lure out what would appear to have been their lord, who quickly sent you guys packing with a breathing acid. You managed to all escape. So you've left that. You then went and checked out they found some small blue skinned humanoids who you managed to parlay with and discovered that they were the guardians of some door, which it would appear that the other party who have made resident in the Posada regularly pass through and go through this large door that these small creatures, in inverted commas, guard.
Well, we don't have the key.
You don't have the key. They said that the other party normally bring the key with them when they come down. You managed to, I think you did some trade with them, again in inverted commas, gave them some gold for the information. They told you that they would use the gold to talk to the Dark Ones to the north from their, just use it again in inverted commas, kingdom. And that's where you've wandered to. There was a hint that maybe the Dark Ones knew a way out of the dungeon. And you guys, I believe, had kind of wandered up to their door. And that's where we'll pick it up. So let me move you guys to, where are we? Here. I think is where we're at. So just to the north of Onlong there is a door. And let me make sure that's right. Am I getting in the right spot? Yes. Just to the north of Onlong there is a door.
Right.
Yeah. We done for the night, or is anyone going to do anything?
Good fish.
I'll
go up and inspect it, Todd.
Are you the DM?
Okay. What sort of okay, so you go up and inspect it, do the normal things. Is there anything? Can you just give me like a couple of things maybe that Brock would be doing to inspect it?
Having a look around the jam to see how well it fits in there, see if there's a draft or anything coming through, see if I can hear anything, or maybe look if there's any obvious mechanical traps.
Okay, so just give me an investigation check.
Where's this? Why is this? What's going on?
Let's roll the night. 23.
Oh, nice. So, the things that Grumble notices is that the noise appears to be muffled, so like gives it a little tap and it just appears to be muffled. There's no gaps around the door that he can see any light coming through, and he can smell maybe like a hint of fresh air.
I'll tell these guys it's like can't see anything through it. The noise is muffled, so I reckon it's fresh air on the other side. Do we go through?
Okay, what's our plan? What are we going to do? Are we going to try and talk, or are you going to fucking go just ballistic, or What's the fucking plan, guys?
Can't plan for something that's not there.
So
Don't know
are we
what-
trying to? What are we trying to get out of this place, or are we trying to fucking get into that door?
Or we're just exploring the place, aren't we?
Yeah, but there's that door now. We need to find the key. I wonder if these dudes have got the key.
I believe this doorway was the well, this passage and doorway was it towards the dark one, Todd, or
Yeah.
what I thought that's what we were looking for.
That's what the little blue guy said.
Can you knock on the door?
Okay, step back and let Corey knock on the fucking door.
Well, I'm not a great talker, but if you want me to chat to him, I'll chat to him. I'll knock on the door.
Okay. Let me just grab something here, Corey. Where is it? Here we go. All right. You knock on the door,
We just knocked on
and
the door.
you hear this. There's a pause, and then Grumble speaks Elvish, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, he grew up with Elvish, but he doesn't speak Elvish. Okay, he hears this voice, right? And he can tell it's speaking Elvish, but he can't understand what it says.
I can speak Elvish. Do I hear it as well?
It's just like it's just like a whispered voice that says, "Who is it?"
Rumble.
Why don't you do the talking? I'll move back over here.
No way. I'm not fucking doing any talking.
You speak Elvish.
My charisma's 8. I'm not
Yeah,
very
yeah.
talkative.
You're the only one that talks Elvish.
All right. I'll just yell out. Well, not yell out. I'll just say in Elvish. They're slightly louder than normal tone.
Sorry, what actually happened? Sorry, what actually happened? Right, is after a few moments, this little grey, which despite Brock's good investigation, Rock, he didn't notice, it opens, and then like you can hear the voice coming through that, like kind of in a whispered like echo
Okay.
through there, and it just said, yeah, who is it? So, sorry, what does Brock say?
It's Grubblegut, the goblin. In Elvish.
Just make a deception roll, Terry.
That's who knocked. Hang on, 2 seconds. 20. 16.
Okay, there's a pause, and this voice says, "What do you want with us?" Again in Elvish.
We'll just turn around to the other and go, what do we want with them? Sorry. He'll turn around and just say to the others, what do we want with them?
What do we have to visit him again? I can't remember.
I don't think there was a purpose.
No, we just want to get in and get out. We want to out or get the key. Do you have the key? Do you speak common? I just yell out.
Hang on. Don't we just want to know a little bit more about who these guys are? We didn't know squat about them yet.
But
You know
what
they're
was
dark.
before about the dark one though? What did you say before about the dark one, Todd, to us?
The small blue guys told you that the dark ones lived behind this door, and that they were going to trade the gold with them. That you gave it.
You get out. Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Let's open and see if we can find a way out. Okay, we're stuck in this
So we seek a way out of the. Seek a way out.
Is that what?
Brock will translate and go seek a passage to the surface.
Okay, there's a pause. Make a persuasion roll, Brock.
Are you sure? 11.
Again, there's a pause, and then this voice says, "Is that all? Just passage through to the outside, to the air."
Yeah.
Or ask him about the key. Does he have the key to the fucking door.
Okay.
What do we
So,
want the key to the door for?
right.
We'll find out some
Um,
information about behind the door.
Again, Dan, you can't understand what's going on. So
Oh,
to speed
sorry.
it along, Brock, what? So you say yes, that's what we want out. Just passage out.
Yes.
Okay. So, again, I pause, and then it says, the voice says, for the 5 of you, 1 gold piece each for safe passage through our domain.
Turn around and go, 1 gold piece to pass through to the surface. Cough up. Each.
Hang on. Well, we need to go through to the surface right now. Or should we finish exploring further south?
There's not much else that we can look at here, I thought. We're either...
There's unexplored bits to the south there we haven't explored yet.
Yeah, that's where that fucking thing came from, though.
Yeah, that's where that fucking killer thing that keeps
that
keeping
was
their
pushing
ass.
us up.
That was over to the west, but we could go over to the east here and explore from there. And the passages are thin. Well, that thing could only fit in thick passages, couldn't it, as well?
So where are you talking about, Corey, to explore?
We did come down
Down
here,
there. We go down
and
there.
that's where they...
Well,
but
down-
that's where those dudes were.
Yeah, that's right. That's where you first encountered those dudes. It appeared to be a room down there with
Oh,
rats
that's
and some of
right.
those dudes in it.
And we're not going to attack them. So we either go out or we ask about this door or we ask about the door.
What about
I
this
think-
I
side?
reckon...
What about down here?
That's where that fucking creature keeps coming. It's kicked our ass every 2
That was
days.
down, that
The
was
last
down
2
here.
days, it's kicked our ass. You want to
That
go
was
and get our
down
ass
here.
kicked again?
That was down.
If I get 3 days in a row?
Yeah, I'm not sure, Corey. I think it did come from down there, but these were linked, I thought. This area where it's got those scratches, although
Yeah, all that
I
green,
don't really see it as much in there. I don't know. I thought it was connected there, but I could be wrong.
Brock, ask him about that door. Where those blue dudes are.
I reckon you ask them if they know of the party that normally comes down here.
So this voice says to the door, Brock, after you guys have argued for a while, for a bit in common, it says, we are but humble traders. If you would like to trade for safe passage, we're happy to accommodate. Otherwise,
Please hold.
we would
Your
ask that
query
you
is important to us.
I don't care, let's go then. Alright,
Sorry,
cough up.
I was muted, and I'm going to say, like, it's too late to go exploring. We're at the door now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
You can always come back.
Yeah, that's true. We know how to get in here. Have we got 5 gold pieces?
On each.
Yeah, do we have gold?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I got 87.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that gold there? No, that's... Oh, yeah. 83 I've got. Oh, yeah. Give him a gold piece.
All right. So you hear this voice, Brock hears this voice say, you agree to the terms?
What are the terms?
1 gold.
1 gold each, and we will give you safe passage to the surface.
What happens when we get to the surface?
Well, that'll be up to you. We will cause you no harm if you pay us the money.
Sure.
But
But
there are 2 rules. You must wear a sack over your head when you pass through our domain, and there must be no light.
So you promise you're not going to hurt us?
You have our
Well,
word if
no
you pay the money. We are traders, that is all.
Can we
Yeah,
use
alright.
can we use insight?
Sure, you can make a group insight check.
Oh, we're all on that, aren't we?
Rumble, you think like
Roll.
these guys Oh, hands down. Now look at you guys. Like, you guys look at each other and you both know these guys aren't just traders, but you do think that, like, you know, they're probably just the money is probably the more important thing. So, you know,
honourable, probably honourable.
not that, right? But with money being the thing, if they're giving you passage through here, it might be that, you know, they're happy to take money for passage through here again at some stage. So, you know, they'd rather do that than, you know, risk fighting you and, you know, possibly getting more. But
Sure.
okay, so they this small opening appears at the bottom of the door, and it says put the and a little pouch gets pushed through, and it says put your payment in here.
Drop it in there.
Put me gold
Chuck it
coin
in.
in.
So
Yep.
you put the 5 gold pieces in. Everyone puts their
Yep.
own gold piece, or someone's paying it.
Yeah.
You slide it back under, and there's a few moments, and then the next thing, the door, the little thing opens, and 5 hoods get pushed out, and you hear this voice say, "Put them on."
All right.
Put it on.
Put it on.
All right. Everyone putting them on.
Yeah, I put mine on backwards.
Oh, you put them on,
Inside out.
and then okay, and you hear this like all these clink, clack, clack, and all these like locks undoing, and then you can feel this like breeze as this door opens, and you hear this muffled voice say, "Step through the mesh."
Okay.
Who's going to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Brock steps through, and it feels like he's walking through like a net or like, you know, some sort of curtain or something like that, and he walks through, and then he feels this like a hand grab his, and it's like some small creature, and his voice says, "Follow me." And like it's completely dark in there, and like not even Brock's dark vision is working.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, and then whoever goes through next, the same thing happens. Like they pass through this curtain, and some little creature grabs their hand and says, "Follow." So is anyone going to do anything other than just like be led through?
Yep.
No,
What?
I mean, no, just follow. Sorry.
Okay. So you get
Yeah,
led
I'll
through
just
this
follow.
room, and like you can't. You like it's like you can feel like an open space, but like the sound's deadened, and again it's completely pitch black, and dark vision doesn't penetrate it. You hear these like other locks being opened, and you get led through this other door, and you get led down this corridor, and you can feel it sort of like a slight incline, and then you hear the like your hands, the things, you know, you feel these things stop holding your hands, and it says follow the corridor for a few hundred feet, and you'll come to a trapdoor.
Right.
All
And
right.
then like the shadows draw away, and like you can sense this darkness seething away, and you're in this corridor, and you can see it leads back the way you came, you think, and off towards the north. You think you're traveling? Brock probably gets a good sense of it, and you can feel breeze coming from the north.
Head north.
So what are you
It's
gonna
still
do?
darkness and we can't see anything, isn't it?
No, it's sorry. Now it's dark, but it's not like anyone who's got dark vision.
Dark vision.
I still can't see shit.
It kicks in, yeah. So
Still wearing your hood.
you can get out your thing. You can get out your light stick now.
All right.
So what are you going to do? You're in this corridor.
Gonna check out the walls and start heading north.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's just
have
like
look around.
it's like it's been, you know, humanoid made, but it's not like it's purely for like to be a cabin rather than, you know, like there's no, the walls aren't smooth or anything like that, just for a passage through. And yeah, again, like it's a small incline, and you feel like you go for several hundred feet. And eventually you get to this area where you can see like this, it looks like there's all these roots from a tree growing down into this hollow area, around this hollow area. And up inside the middle of the tree, it looks like this kind of like makeshift spiral staircase leads up.
Yeah, interesting.
Head on up there.
So look,
Yeah,
so is it carved into the tree or?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And like there's a few bits where it's, someone's added some stuff to it or whatever. It looks like it's made for small creatures, but everyone, you can all, even Ruby can use it easy enough with a bit of trouble.
Fucking wood.
And you can see,
I hate
up
wood.
above, like about 20 feet up, is this trapdoor, a round trapdoor made of wood.
Oh, wood. Wood.
Head on up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The handrail and stuff.
No,
Tricky.
you get up to the top, and you're underneath this trapdoor.
I'll open it.
Okay, you push it, and it doesn't budge.
Mhm.
I'll back away. Say, someone bigger, push that open.
I'll give it a shot.
Try and help.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are heaps good. I can give you inspiration if you want some inspiration.
Yeah.
Or just say fuck yeah.
No, that sounds good to me.
Okay. So Onlong's giving inspiration, Brock's helping, and Ruby's going to try and push it. Give me an athletics check at advantage, Julian.
We'll hold the tits up for her.
Oh, you try and push it, and you can feel it's about to budge, but it feels like there's some sort of catch or something holding onto it, Julian, and you can't quite budge it. Oh,
You
sorry,
need to
you've got
add
you've
inspiration.
got an inspiration if you want to use
Oh,
it.
yeah. How much is it, Dan?
You're going to use it?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, well, you
Oh,
use it
yeah.
and clunk, you push it open. It's going to
Okay,
be
cool.
at least one more. You push
Yeah,
in,
fucking
and
nice.
as you do, you hear this like
Process
fluttering of
mark
wings
off.
and all these like birds, like squabbling and flying out of the way as you do it. And you see sunlight outside, and you're gonna crawl out and have a look.
Yeah, I'll stalk out.
All right, crawl out, and you can see.
Oh no. Look where we landed.
I knew there was a catch.
And you see all these birds like as you guys came out, you've started them and they all flew off up into the air, but then they kind of like flutter back down and land on the trees and just go "Rah, rah, rah."
Is that body still there?
Yeah, and there's still a couple of birds and eating it, but it looks like they've eaten a fair bit of it. Just give me a give me a perception roll, everybody.
Flashbacks.
Perception.
Where's perception? P.
Is that everybody? Okay. Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. You can see like fair bit of this body's been eaten. Like all the entrails are out on the, spread out next to it. And your face has been eaten off and that sort of thing. But there's still stuff in there that these few birds are picking at.
Fucking hell. We're heaps close.
And
We
like these
need a lot.
birds, and you see a couple of birds in the trees nearby. You like look at you guys with one eye out of the side of their eye. It's like, "Rah, rah, rah." So, and you can
I'll
see
look menacing towards it.
off to the north is just away from these things.
We're heaps close to this fucking thing, though.
Do we have to go past them, do we? Or can we just
Well,
run
we
off?
can probably
No,
run
you
off.
can just
mate.
easily run off away from them.
Okay, do that.
Is that
What
what
about
everyone's
that
going to do?
ball?
Yeah.
Let's do it, guys. Let's get out of here.
Oh, yeah, but We're fucking heaps close. How heavy do we reckon that body is still? Pretty heavy?
Oh, well, it's still a humanoid-sized body, yeah. So, well, you don't know. I mean, it'd be, yeah, it would still have some sort of weight to it. Why, Dan?
Oh, no. Not close enough anyway.
We thought it was
I was
a
gonna-
well. We found out it was a hobgoblin, didn't we?
I think that's right. Yes, you did.
Which
So
one
these
is it,
birds look
Ryan?
like they're just about to get agitated. So you're gonna,
I'm out of here. Fuck it.
I've got
Let's
nothing
let's
like
go.
we could do with a thunderclap thing, but I got no spell slots left, so
there you
And
can't do any tricks.
let's go. Let's run away.
Yeah.
heading off. All right. See, I bet you guys when you went to that birthing before, you thought there's no reason for this, but you could have potentially found a way into the dungeon that way. Anyway, that's cool. At least you do know a way into the dungeon, and you head back to. Well, what do? So you're on the outskirts of town now. You can see the walls of Kinnan's Reach just there. Well, you went past this place just before you got into Kinnan's Reach last time.
Are we meant to be scouting for some fucking?
No, so
No, we've just
that's
got
right.
a couple of weeks
Yeah.
before.
We were waiting for those druids, weren't we? Or those
yeah, we're
swamp
waiting for the
people.
mud flappers, and they were nearly ready to go. They'll probably be ready to go next few days.
Oh, let's wander back into town. We need a rest anyway.
Do we?
Head back and see
Got
them.
no spells.
All right, so you head back to town, and there's a little. Most of the wall has been finished around the town, but not completely. There's still some areas to the south and to the west that haven't been completed. But this side has been, and there's a little gatehouse with a couple of guards there.
Walk up to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
gracious.
it's probably getting close to midday. That'd be right, wouldn't it? Because you went into the dungeon
Yeah.
about 10 or 11 at night, and you spent a bit of time faffing around. I think you had a short rest, and then you had a long rest, and then you did some more faffing around, and then you had to walk out. So that probably took about 12 hours. So yeah, it'd be, getting, if it's not lunchtime already, it'd be midday now. And they go, afternoon.
Greetings.
You guys get out early, did you?
Yeah.
I remember seeing you leave.
Oh, we left a couple of days ago.
Yeah. We left yesterday. It wasn't a couple of days. But yeah,
Okay.
we left the other day.
You're your break.
Okay, so I'll allow on long. Probably is best. Make a deception roll.
Safety.
Okay, all right. And they roll up the gate and let you guys in.
Thanks.
You wander in.
Yes.
You're inside.
So thank you, lads.
They nod.
I just go, hang on. Just as we're passing through, I'll pickpocket one. No, I won't. But I'll go, anything's happened in the last day or so?
So like you
Anything
literally
know
left.
about it?
You literally left at like 11 o'clock last night, Dan, and now it's lunchtime the next day.
Yeah, I know, but I said that we've
Oh,
because we left like a day ago.
oh, okay. So
Just where,
you're
yeah.
just trying to. Yeah, he goes. Oh no, nothing much, mate.
Alright.
Little one. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
wicked.
old, same old.
No worries, sexy man. All right, let's roll in then.
All right, so you're going down into Kinnan's Reach. What are you going to do?
Go to that door and go down the cellars again.
See if that door's broken. If no,
Well, you're just in the town at the moment. You're not in the Posada.
oh yeah, no, head there. I need to sleep anyway. I need a rest.
I'm hungry.
All right, so you go to the Posada.
Yep.
Head inside.
Yep.
All right, and
He goes, how the fuck did you get out of here?
yeah, Gunto's there, and he just looks up at you guys, and he raises an eyebrow, and he goes, "Afternoon."
Morning.
And any rises today?
late
Yep.
going to bed. Yeah.
I'm doing the walk of shame.
We've already been we've
Just a
already
walk
been
of
up
shame.
twice. That's
Bill
it.
Cook turns at Rivy.
He just like stares at you guys and like just keeps wiping his glass and that sort of thing.
Is anyone else around? Is those?
Yeah,
mud
like
flappers?
it's lunchtime, so it's pretty quiet in the Posada. There's a few people there. The mud flappers, you can't see them there at the moment.
Oh, they probably haven't left. So go up to our room. Oh, is that door? Does that door look like it's been like still fixed? Like no one's
Yes,
Mended it.
same as when you guys left it. It's all mended.
wicked. Nice move.
On
Huh?
the other side of that door, there is like a trail of destruction through the dungeon you guys wandered through, but like you broke it, you broke a few doors on the way through once you got past that door,
Yeah,
which did not get mended. So,
and we did mess
whilst,
up the room.
whilst it's clear, it's from standing, because I think you went into their room, you mended their door, then you went down the secret entrance through their cupboard and shut that. But after that, I don't think you guys did anything to cover your trail. So
Nah.
yeah.
A
Well,
couple of
there,
dead,
I
dead
mean,
dragon things.
Yeah, and busted doors
That's-
down as well to get through and stuff like that.
that's going to be hard to
Yeah.
cover up, really, isn't it?
Anyway, so you wander upstairs. Is everyone just wandering up and flopping down in their beds? Are they going to sleep?
I'm going to get some food.
Okay, you can get some food. They
Yeah.
can put some food on for you. I think your board and everything is still paid for at the moment. So, yep, you do that, and then you rest up, and you probably come down in the evening, I guess. And the mud flappers are indeed there in the bar.
Stroll up to the mud flappers.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've got everything on the side. I think I've got it mostly hidden, but we'll put you there anyway. Because everyone was in bed last time we were here, weren't they?
Yeah.
So
They
guys
were over here somewhere, weren't they?
are here. That's correct. They were. They're there.
I go up to them and say, "Greetings. How goes your preparations?"
There you go. Everyone's in the bar. They go, oh, well, we're ready to go when you guys are.
Perfect.
The weather's turned a bit nicer, so travel to the swamp should be easy enough. So yeah, happy to go there and start having a look. So
Sounds good to me.
if you
What about
remember,
you guys?
just to remind you guys, some of the scouting parties that went out towards sort of like the northern area of the swamp
They didn't come back.
haven't returned. That's right, they didn't come back.
Did we long rest? Yeah.
Yeah, you can long rest. So, well, I mean, they're saying they're ready to go. So they say we can leave tomorrow, as early as tomorrow if you want.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, if there's anything else you want to do in the inn for the evening beforehand, you can.
Is there a place that we can buy like potions or herbs
Well,
in
there's
this place?
no herbs.
Like this town or
Yeah,
potions?
but you can buy pretty much healing potions for 50 gold pieces each.
And they cure like wounds. I mean, like
Two die 4 plus 2 healing, as per a healing potion.
wicked. All right, I'll buy one of them.
Okay.
50 gold, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
I might buy one of them too, actually. You mentioned it.
In fact, Kanish from the Mud Flappers she points you somewhere that you can get them because she and her group often collect components for healing potions from the swamp, and it's one of the things that they trade in.
Cool. I might grab
So-
that as well. And just
I'm gonna try and pick your brain about how it's what components are required. They have a bit of alchemy tools.
She says, "Oh,
I'll have a crack at later.
there's plenty of different ways to make a healing potion. There's not just one. There's lots of different components you can use." And yeah, she lists off some herbs and stuff like that. She says, I can probably point them out to you in the swamp if you like when we go there.
Please.
Yeah.
And I'll write down some recipes.
Yep. Yeah. I think there's rules for crafting potions and stuff, healing potions. I think it's pretty easy. I think it's like it costs you 25 gold pieces in components, I think, to make it. Yeah. But we'll say that you might be able to find some components and you might be able to make that cheaper.
I'll be on the lookout for that when we're out there.
In the swamp. Okay.
I'm
So
gonna spend 10 gold, Todd, and summon a raven familiar.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. No worries. You do that.
I'll, if it's okay,
Send it
I'll send-
over the wall and let the guard shoot it down.
Give me 10 gold and I will.
You're not very
And,
lucky when you're not familiars, man. They only last about 10 minutes. They get
So
killed.
the other thing,
Sorry.
Caney
Yeah.
says you'll probably want to have like a few weeks worth of rations. Make sure you're stocked up on rations to head off into the swamp.
Okay.
And I'm
that's
gonna
right.
assemble my homunculus as well, if I can, Todd.
Yeah, yep. If you can do whatever you need to do
I've got the gem. Yeah, I bought the gem for him. Just gotta
Yep.
put him together.
Rations are however much they say they are. I think they should tell you
Player's
there
handbook.
somewhere. And so the only other thing that you know about the swamps at this stage is well, two things. One is all reports of the pack are that it would appear that they went into the swamp because there's no trace of them having gone anywhere else. And the other thing was before the reason the mud flappers spent the winter in Kinnan's Reach was because before that something had agitated the trolls. The trolls are like the alpha predator in the swamp, and something had agitated them and made them more active and angry. So yeah, they got out of there for the winter, and so yeah, they're not sure what the case will be there when they get back. So
All right.
We have to get 14 days rations, do we?
well, yeah, she said she probably want like they can help you with a bit of food on the way to on the journey and that sort of thing. But once you're there, yeah, you probably want a couple of weeks, 14 days. should be.
7 gold each then.
7 gold.
7 gold, yeah. It's 5 silver a day.
All right, 7 gold. And
Yeah,
what's
no,
that?
that gives you 10 rations.
Is it?
Yeah, if you go into rations and then start decreasing it, you'll see the gold go down. So yeah,
Because the play
Yeah,
I
don't
just
we
did-
need
it just says 1
sounded-
day in the player's
That sounds expensive, doesn't it? It's like you'd be eating like a king.
Yeah, but
Must be
it
awesome.
normally costs you 1 day to live anyway, doesn't it? 1 gold a day to live.
Yeah, that's
roughly
for
anyway.
that's for everything,
Oh, I suppose. Yeah.
And iron rations is like subsistent living. It's not
hard
feeding yourself.
biscuits, hard tack.
Hard
Yeah.
cog.
Couldn't do it forever.
Yeah.
7 gold then, is it?
No, it wasn't that. It was
5 silver.
Oh.
It says here 1 day, 5 silver in player's handbook.
Is that what you're reading as well, Julian? Is it?
It's 5
No,
gold,
if you go into
10 days.
character sheet,
Yeah, there's rations.
yeah, 1 day, and then you like if you change like for me, I've got 10. If I change the quantity, it goes up to like to 11. It's 5.5.
Yeah, that's
Gold
right.
piece.
That's what Corey's
Yeah,
saying.
5 silver.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so 7 gold. Okay. So you stock up on rations. Anything else anyone want to do before you leave?
Right.
No.
Okay. All right.
If you're
Well, you head off for the Vomp. Just quickly go to the area map. So you guys have been suggested to go searching up around this area here towards the northern end. So you spend several days travelling across the plains towards there without much, if any, incident. You
Over towards Bill.
Bilcock, but you're just going to the swamp there. You won't be probably getting anywhere near Bilcock. So you you reach the swamp uneventfully, and you go into the edge and like the halfling. So yeah, the Mudflappers is a halfling. Three bullywugs, a turtle, and a lizard man. Is what the group consists of, and the halfling is kind of their leader. What's her name? It's where are we here? The Mudflappers, Kanish is her name. And so you spend she gives you some ointments and stuff like that you can rub on your skin to stop insects attacking you, and a few other things like that to help you make being in the swamp a little bit more tolerable. And after you spend like a day or two traveling into the swamp, it's pretty slow going. She sets up. She goes, over here's a place where we can set up a camp, and she sets up this camp in this dry raised area where there's some hollowed out trees and stuff like that, and it's actually quite homely. She says we often make camp here, and she does that. And on the way, she's Terry, just make 2 nature checks for me.
2 nature checks on the way.
Oh, look at you go!
Smashed it.
All right.
Good
So
nature boy.
yeah, she tells you a couple of things to look out for, and you say, what about these ones over here? And she goes, oh shit, yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for. And you pick up a couple of bundles of herbs.
What about these golden mushrooms?
She says, yeah, they're even better. So you can just put down on your sheet somewhere if you want 2 bundles of herbs.
It'll do.
And she says to you, Xander, she looks around at you guys, and she says to you, Xander, if you would like, we could commune with nature and see if we can find any information, from some of the inhabitants here. I'm not sure that many of the others here would be in touch with the natural world as much as maybe you are.
So absolutely, I'm keen to learn more of the animals and plant life around here as well. So
All right. So you set up camp. You've set up this camp, and there's a fire going, that sort of thing. And yeah, she invites you, Xander, over to sit down, and she's made this like small circle, and you, her, and Olgoth, the turtle man, sit down in a circle, and she holds like you'll hold hands and that sort of thing, and she starts chanting and giving Xander some questions. Sorry, some chants to say and that sort of thing, and then she says, "And now we sit." So just make a survival roll for me, Steph.
10.
Yeah, okay. So you sit there and you're twitching a bit, and she you feel her squeeze your hand, and she says, "Try again." Do it. You can do it at advantage, Steph.
I'll give him a bit of inspiration.
You guys are off doing something else at the moment.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is just Captain Quiet in the corner, and Xander calms his nerves and feels himself sinking into the earth, and he feels her say, "Yes, better," and he says, "Now we wait." And you sit there for a while, and after a bit, Xander feels like this crawling on his chest, and this like lizard, like it's about a foot long, crawls over his back and onto his chest, and like licks its lips out, crawls down his chest and onto his leg. What languages can Xander speak?
I've got Common, Elvish, Goblin, and Crawl.
Oh,
I don't know. I had one I could pick last time
okay. What is
at
that?
the last level. I can't even remember.
Okay.
I remember looking through what.
Can I make a suggestion, Steph?
Yeah,
How about Sylvan?
yeah.
Okay, so she says in Sylvan, ask your questions. And this lizard's like looking at you, and like it's like twisting its head, putting its lips out, tongue out. Tell me what you
Okay.
want to know.
So have you had any of the gnolls come through this area?
This creature like looks at you, and he says, "The hyena men, far to the
Yes.
south, far to the south."
So they have not bothered you here.
No,
And the undead?
it blinks a few times, and it says, "We have not seen undead."
Sorry, what was the? I say, what do you know of the people who have gone missing here? People from the city nearby who have come to the swamps.
It crawls around and looks at you in the eyes and says, "Some similar to you came many weeks ago, but the denizens of the swamp took them." And Caney says, "What denizens?" And this lizard says, "Well, since the trolls have gone," and Caney looks at Xander, which is of note that the trolls are now gone.
Yeah.
The lizard said the balance have changed in the swamp, and where the other like you headed is a very, very dangerous place. Since the trolls have gone missing, the top of the food chain has been left open, and there is there was a very young black dragon called Corsticia, and she has moved into the area and subjugated a lizard man tribe, destroying most of them, but turning the remaining ones to her thrall. And she has grown fat on their bodies, and has made a lair in the swamp, and is now, you know, a vicious predator. And she says, and because of this, there is a 5-headed reptile called Pentameros who stalks through the river through this area looking for Corsticia, wishing to hunt her and defeat her. And this is, of course, in the area where there is a tribe of vicious bullywugs who can sometimes be nasty to outsiders.
Boisterous. Boisterous bullywugs.
Yes, there are some trolls in the area, and they're being looked after by a dryad in the area who was taken to protecting them and allowing them to live in her area. But the whole area is just dangerous, and we avoid it. And even though there's not many trolls there, it's just become dangerous for other areas. But as for why the trolls aren't there, none of us know.
So
Fucking smart,
they were
listen.
not forced out. They were not forced out by the dragon and its minions. Or
Well, no,
was
they
there something else
came along.
that happened first?
No, yeah, because the dragons came along. The dragon only could come along because the trolls had been forced out of the area. The normal of the trolls being in the area, nothing else came into the area, even like a dragon wouldn't bother coming in. It was just too dangerous. But with no trolls there, that's when the dragon moved in. So something agitated the trolls before winter, and then now after winter as it returns, most of the trolls have gone missing or aren't even in the area anymore for some reason.
And this what was it?
Pentameros.
Pentameros.
It sounds like it's a hydra.
And it's hunting the black dragon.
Yeah.
But it's still dangerous to all of the others.
And you see this lizard like skitter off and it runs off. And Kane
Yep.
says, "This is concerning news." And like she brings you over to the others so you can all discuss what you found out. So yeah, there's a dragon that's taken residence in the area, and yeah, this hydra is looking for it because hydras don't like dragons.
Yep.
So Kane says the area that the lizard speaks of is about a day's travel from here. And she looks at her fellow travellers, and they're all looking at her, and she goes, "I can't take my people in there. We can keep camp here for you. I say camp here for you return. It's probably not a day away. It's probably about like 4 hours away." And she says, "But yeah, we won't journey in there with you. It sounds too dangerous."
Are you friendly with the bullywugs?
Well, she's got 3 bullywugs with her.
Yeah.
But she says no. There's lots of different tribes. This one, they're very territorial more than anything. So it's not like they're warlike or anything like that. But they'll definitely defend their home with a fair bit of gusto. And they can be dealt with if you're careful. And from what they know, their leader is like a foppish sort of fellow. Yes.
Okay.
But Kane says, I think it's it's possible that the reason that your friends went missing is possibly the same reason that the trolls went missing. Who knows? That sounds like something that you need to find out the answer to.
It's a strong word.
Sorry, what was that, Terry?
Friends is a strong word.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What if we
Yeah.
try to lure the Hydra to the fucking
To the
what's it
dragon.
called? To the dragon, and then fight who wins.
Well, I think
How you gonna do that?
even apart from that, there's something else that's going on in that.
Let's go find
In
out
that
what
area.
happened to the trolls. Let's go
Yeah.
find what happened to the trolls.
Sounds like we should talk to the dryad and
Yeah,
the trolls. Me.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Then
Well, it wouldn't hurt to talk to them first if there's an opportunity.
Or why don't we head out in that direction?
What direction is the dryad in, Todd?
So the lizard that you spoke to didn't really give you directions, but apparently it's all in this one concentrated area of the swamp.
Oh,
So
I thought that she must have been in a different, like
No.
they'd fled that area.
All right,
No,
let's
no,
head
yeah.
towards there, Todd. Or
Okay,
everyone,
so you sleep.
Let's go.
You sleep the night at this camp that's been made for you guys. Have one last, good breakfast cooked by Kanish. And if you're not going to do anything else, head off into the swamp.
See if we can get
Yeah.
some stocks of her insect repellent. And
Pass mage
Yeah,
armor.
she gives
I'll
you
remember the air guard.
all that. And have a good weekend.
whack off.
Whack off. Whack off.
Have I got it hidden? Oh, he didn't have it hidden. Okay, let's get you to the swamp. Let's go to the swamp.
Even
Let's
if
go
you
to
want
the swamp.
to.
Let's
Let's
go to the
the
swamp.
swamp.
Even
Oh,
when
baby.
we want to dance.
So you need some tokens, don't you? Don't you? Don't you?
Da-da-da-da-da. Where are we?
Allow me to token you up. Good. Oops.
Where are we? I've only got a black screen.
That's because I haven't tokened you up good yet.
No good tokies.
All right.
Where are we going to be going? Bottom corner, top corner?
So
Over
over
there.
to the right, you guys are. Can't see anything yet. No. Just
How
gonna-
long's there?
Black. Black is
All right.
delicious.
So you can hear a cacophony of sounds around you. You can see there's a pathway, rough pathway leading both to the north and to the south, and inwards you can see you can walk through the middle as well if you want to, not on the pathway. You can see like these large pools of mucky water. You can hear running water off to the west, and yeah, you can just hear all sorts of sounds like insects buzzing, birds flying around, croaking, all that sort of stuff.
Pardon me. All right, where we go then? Which way do you want to go, guys?
So it's a lot of birds flying around this swamp.
Yeah, there's a couple of birds, not a lot of birds, but there's a few.
Go on, D2.
There's like lots more, probably more than birds. There's like you can see swarms of insects flying around and that sort of thing.
Before they get eaten by an insect. Okay.
All of a sudden, all these like Mozzie just go, it sucks its blood and it drops to the ground.
Gets attacked by 20 sturges. Yeah, okay. Well, I won't send my raven out.
How funny was that? That would have been fucking funny as fuck.
Look around for tracks first.
Okay, you guys can give me a group perception roll if you want. You just stand around and look for tracks.
Persepi has rolled. Oh, yeah.
Wasted a 20.
Rock.
Brock's gone silly again.
Okay, you can see.
Fucking Ruby's gone off as well.
Who am I missing? Who are we waiting
Me.
for?
Lando.
Sorry. They're fucking
The
wigged out
fucking-
on me.
The dirty rocket head.
Well, okay, you see lots of tracks around. A lot of prints that you think are large, froggy-looking prints of all different sorts, sizes, and stuff like that. And Brock, with his 20, finds this old dried print. It looks like a boot mark. Yeah, that's just like dried into the mud somehow in a little area there.
Well spotted.
Follow that.
Well, there's no like it's just one. It's just one, but it would appear that some sort of like something's passed through. Someone's passed through here. Possibly the adventurers that were here before.
Okay.
Which direction would they have it? Heading?
Oh.
Sorry, having.
Should we head north?
All my outdoorsy skills are derived from books. I hate outdoors.
All right,
I read-
let's yeah.
I read in a book once. This is a print.
We can't walk straight across. Is that there a pathway?
You can walk straight across. It's just a bit more marshy, but it's solid enough that you can walk to the west.
So there, yeah, okay. No,
You can see the big pools of water. You obviously wouldn't be able to walk through those without
yeah,
tons
but
of
through
swimming,
where
but-
those trees.
No,
Right,
I
let's
reckon.
go. Head off, Xander. Do your
What's your-
Yeah, I'll scout ahead a little bit.
Which way?
North, wasn't it? We were
Yeah.
gonna.
Dan wanted to go
Okay.
across the swamp.
Oh
yeah,
no,
these
no,
men-
I reckon
no!
go
I don't
north.
want to go from Swamp Man. Fuck
Okay, so
that.
you start having a look to the north, and you can see there's another big pool of water there. And Steph, as you get to there, what's your passive perception? What's that perception?
14.
So from these trees, just to the northeast, he hears this like loud buzzing, and he sees these insects in the tree there, and they just fly up into the end. They're just buzzing around the tree at the moment. It looks like he's pissed them off a bit, and like you can hear buzzing from deeper into the trees as well.
Point them out to the others. Can we skirt along this side? I get my bow out.
Come back down here.
Why?
Because you're pretty close to him.
Well, you guys not going to come up?
Or should we go that way, or should we go further down and try and avoid him?
Oh fucking hell! I'll just move up. Can we see him?
You can see them, yeah.
We don't need to.
What
be-
are they?
I-
What are they?
they're insects.
Insects.
Oh, swarm of insects.
Well,
Can't
big
we just
insects.
Can't we try to get around? Walk around them?
Were
go
you listening
down near the
before?
Go down near the lake.
No, sorry.
Go up.
Sorry,
Yeah,
someone.
I'm
I
gonna
had to
try
work,
and
sorry. Yep.
go around this. If I head around that way, to keep my distance from them, do they stay near the tree?
Is that where Xander moves to? Is it?
Well, I was going to move around that way.
Okay, so what's everyone else do when Xander moves to there?
I am going to get I don't know. Fuck it, let's just start moving. I'm just going to move up a bit. I'm going to move to there.
Yeah, well, if anyone else is going to move, that first round that Xander moves, he can. They can.
I'm gonna move down to here.
All
I've
right.
got to go blue dot on me. Oh.
Has everyone finished
Wanna-
moving?
Yep.
Sorry, Terry. Yep.
I was just going to say I'm going to hold on to a firebolt in case Xander gets attacked.
Okay, so Then as you move to there, you can see a few more in the trees there. They fly up into the air.
I point him out. So there's more in the trees up that way.
And you can see, yeah, it looks like there's fucking heaps of them up in the trees along there. You can see you thought the trees may be blowing in the wind, but as you get closer, you can just see like it's fucking heaps of insects. Sorry, I'm just too many monsters here. Where are we? Swamp. There we go. Okay. Now I can see.
We go the other way.
That's cool. Can do this. All right. So Corey and Ruby, you move over to there behind that tree, and in the pond here, you just see these two big eyes just like pop out of the water. This big mouth just like looking at you.
Hypnotoad.
All right. So yeah, you can see like there's all these fucking insects everywhere.
Fucking hell.
Fucking
hell.
Big fucking toad comes out, possibly like as interested in the insects that are buzzing around as you guys. But yeah, it puts out its tongue and tastes the air. What you gonna do, guys?
Was it new round or?
Oh yeah. We're not in an initiative or anything like that. I just like.
I'm going to move away from the frog. Back around this side of the bush. So he can't see me. And I'll just have a frog bolt ready if something comes towards me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we do go through that middle bit.
Well, we'll attract everything's attention now anyway. So
Move back over towards the frog and bring the insects with you, Steph, and they can sort each other out. Or not.
Come over to here and shoot at one of them, did you say?
No, I didn't say that at all.
They're not. Well, I'll move back. Sort of. I won't go really close to the water. I'll move back along here, but those insects, they're not following, are they?
No, they're hanging around the trees pretty much.
So, well, we can have a look at what it's like to the south, or I think we're either.
Let's
Just
just try to
gonna go
get through.
past.
So this where we're walking now, Todd, is pretty hard.
I can't.
It's a bit
Well,
marshy.
it's marshy and muddy, but it's easy enough. You can walk through it. It's not difficult terrain or anything like that. Get mud in your feet as you walk through, but
I'll get on Ruby's back so I don't get dirty.
Get off.
And
30 feet off me.
come on, bitch.
Dirty goblin.
All right, let's head through here then.
Try this side.
Yeah, go through there. Just try to not aggravate these fucking frogs.
Yeah. Tend to agree.
okay.
Those
Just make
insects are not.
Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try to stealth down
Like,
that way.
just make a group survival roll for me.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Croc's on fire.
Enabled.
Yeah, Ruby nearly falls into a mud pit, and Rock
Fucking
just
hell.
grabs her by the reins and helps her out. So you can see to the south,
Another pair of eyes.
another pair of eyes like looks at you guys as you're going past. But they just stay in there, in their ponds, and you get to an area, and you can see the running water sound becomes loud, and you can see this large river that's flowing reasonably, like not fast, but enough that it's not like just algae ridden and that sort of thing. You can see there's a small current there that's taking sticks and stuff downriver to the south. It's quite mucky, the water, but not as mucky as the ponds that the frogs are in.
Oh,
You can see, like, on the other side, it looks like there's more land, and the river stretches off to the north and south.
All right. Well, I keep going across.
50, it's not 60 feet. The water's 50 feet.
Across, yeah.
How are we going to fucking cross, man?
Well,
Maybe
we
we should go-
look for somewhere we can ford it.
Go north or south. We go. Should go
Walk
north.
through it like civilized people.
Should go north since you started exploring that side of the map.
Yeah, might as well.
Mhm.
Although we were up pretty close to the top, so we might as well, I guess, finish that bit. Just
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Start heading north.
well, I'll head up to there just to see.
Right,
It's
everyone move
like-
your tokens.
Well, I'm just gonna hang back here because he's stealthing.
What's your
Well, this,
aura?
Alright.
I mean, yeah, this frog's just watching you guys at the moment, or this big frog thing. He's just like looking at you. So it's a bit hard to stalk,
Right.
but you could try to move without pissing it off again if you wanted to.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So everyone move to where they're going to go if that's what you're going to do.
Yep.
Right, coming, I just went to the fridge.
Has everyone moved?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now everyone, give me a survival check.
Survival. I'm the
Better.
fittest.
All right. Yep. You managed to move without pissing it off. It's just like watching you as you go, croaking.
Croak.
And you can move again if you want to. If you're going to just move out of range of it. You're well away from the insects where you are there.
Is there anything that we can use to make a raft or something up this way, or?
Um, give me a group perception roll.
Group perception. No, I wasn't really watching.
You have a good look around, and Grumble, even though he's not anywhere near you guys, has a good look, but yeah, you can't see anything that you can make a raft out of. There's anything that's made out of wood is rotten and falls apart when you pick it up to test it out.
It's moist.
Just go a bit
All right.
further north.
Extremely moist. So you keep looking further north, and you can see the river winds off to the north. The path leads off, but it looks like it doesn't go much further before it just gets lost in thick mud.
Should we head south?
You're standing there talking, and you can see the river, and you're just looking at the ripples, And to the north, you see, you're going, oh, what should we do? And out of the water, you can see this reptilian head come out. And it's just like stretched out of the water. And then
Jesse.
a second head comes out. And then a third head, followed by a fourth and a fifth. And you can see this Hydra just like lazy, like sticks its heads out and it's just looking around. What are you guys going to do? Look around and you see this frog has disappeared into the water.
He fucked off.
Yeah, I reckon head south.
Gonna
Try
take
and
a leaf out of the swamp book, Bible
Yeah.
guide.
Yeah, and fuck off.
fuck off to the south.
All right, you run and hide in those trees there, and you can see that this Hydra Pentameros just slowly, just like stretches out, wanders down here, and eventually it just like sinks back under the water,
Oosh,
out of
that's
view.
nothing.
And then you hear this, and you hear the noises around you start again.
Mm.
Ruby and Onlong, did you guys move with the other guys?
Oh,
Sorry.
I was hiding up that tree.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So
The wrong way.
you get down there before the frog or the toad comes back out, but eventually he does pop his head back out, starts looking around. What are you going to do?
All right. Yeah, well, let's head down towards the south then.
Okay, so just give me another group survival roll to get past this next toad.
Okay, my Mac keeps.
Yeah. So you managed to get past. It's just warily watching you guys go by, and you can actually see as you get further down, there's yet another pond,
Pond.
and the river looks like it starts to curve around a bit. Another frog there. Give me a survival check as you move past, making yourselves not look like blowflies. Who are we waiting on?
Survival check, sorry.
All right, no problems. And you keep moving down, and you can see there's another hole. Oops, sorry. Another pond. But you can see it looks like there's a cleared area on the riverbank to the southeast. So just Xander, you stop there. Everyone else move to where they're going to move to. And then give me a survivor roll.
Everyone?
Yep.
What's going on?
Someone had 5 before, and that didn't matter.
No, it's the group survivor rolls. So
Ah, okay.
I saved you, Ruby, again. Okay, now, girl. Stop walking in the water.
who hasn't rolled one of the, oh, is that 12? Okay. Yeah, that's still okay. Okay, yep, you managed to get past this last frog, toad, and yeah, you can see it looks like there is, well, you can see a few things of note.
Of note.
There's a big cleared area on the bank. Across the bank, you can see another cleared area, and it looks like off behind it a little way, it looks like there's this large wooden structure made out of logs. There you can see, behind some of the foliage over there. And to the south of the cleared area on your side of the bank, it looks like the mangroves get quite thick.
Sounds like a code word.
The mangroves thick.
The mangroves are thick in summer.
Ah,
Suffering from thick mangrove syndrome.
Should we go
all
down?
right. Shall we move up to
Alright.
the edge of the clearing?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go down here and so the stuff that stuff with the logs is up on this side though, isn't it?
Across the other side of the river.
Yeah.
So you move down there, you can see, you can see what you can see there. You can probably see a little bit more down here. You can see it looks like the mangroves go quite thick. But you can see off to the west, it looks like there is a small thin path heading into the mangroves.
West. Is that where?
Down here.
Yeah, that's right.
Wonder if there's a boat there.
Well, if it's going into the mangroves, it's moving away from the river a bit.
Oh, might hide a
So
boat there.
I don't know.
This
We
is
can't
east,
get.
it's east that way, so it would be west.
Can we
that way.
see? Can we see
Yeah,
any
this.
tracks?
Well, this is.
What's that, Dan?
Can we see any tracks around the place?
You can give me a perception roll. Anyone who would like to?
Yeah, I'll be looking. 14.
Yeah, I may as well give it a look. See.
See if we can see.
Yeah, you can see lots and lots of frog prints around of different sizes again. Some of which look like they're kind of a bit different. In that, a lot of the frog prints come in fours and that sort of thing when, frog's been sitting there sort of. But some of them are in twos, which, you think maybe could be bullybugs. But in amongst near the mangroves to the south, you can see bigger clawed humanoid prints that why don't you give me a survival roll?
Lizard people.
You think they could be troll prints?
Troll
Oh.
prints.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
Fresh.
hiding in the mangroves or something.
Fresh prints or fresh prints
Yeah.
of Bel Air?
Yep. Fresh prints of troll hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
All right.
what's the
Well,
name, guys?
I say, I reckon we go along the track. What do you think?
Oh, the other thing is trying to get across the water.
Oh, yeah, but the raft, the logs are on the other side,
All right. let's
so
get
you
down
can
the
go and
track.
swim across if you want. Get them.
Nope.
No, sure, I don't like it.
Nope. I got no bathers, and my bikinis aren't ready.
Yeah, I reckon I agree. We should follow the tracks.
I'm
Troll
not a
tracks.
fan of water at the best of times.
No, they're not troll tracks. We're going in, going down. It's probably where the bullywugs live.
Well, there were troll prints along that near as it went into the mangroves. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna head down to that path.
Okay, Xander starts wandering down there. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, follow him.
Following, but being observant.
Just move yourself to where you're going to go to.
Do we have to move our movement rate, or could we just go?
Just move yourself to where you're going to go. You can go as close to Xander as you like. All right.
So the mangroves, can I move through the trees?
You could. It'd be difficult terrain to go through the mangroves. You can see this path, just like
I mean,
winds.
like climbing.
Oh no, they're like well,
Yeah.
you know, they're only about like 10 or 15 feet high, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they're just really thick. You can see this path winds down further deeper into the mangroves, and Xander moves to there. What is Xander's? Now I've got the D&D screen. Now is Xander's perception 14?
14. Yeah.
Look at that, it's working. All right, let me just do something.
Oh,
I was just like creamed his pants.
how do you want to do this moving along the track, lads? I'm happy to scout ahead a bit
All right.
if you want. Or
So as Xander gets there, he sees some movement in the mangroves on either side, and he sees there's two trolls right there, and they're just like turn and go "Arr," and look at Xander. So no one else has seen them yet. Xander, what are you going to do? Two trolls just like turn
I
and
say-
look at you and going,
I say, wait, we mean you no harm.
in what language are you going to say that?
I'll try with Sylvan
Voice of a little girl.
first.
You say that, and they just one of them just growls at you in this language, which you guys all hear. Does anyone speak giant?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Okay, Brock. Once again, you hear this like deep, this growling voice say, "Fuck off, leave us alone."
He said follow them into have a meal. No, he said fuck off, leave us alone.
It's a bit rude.
All right.
But I'll say it in giant. No one understands. No, I'm kidding.
All right. And they're just standing there at the moment. Anyone going to do anything?
Are we? We're leaving it. We're not going down there, are we?
We want
wanna-
to.
Oh,
We want to try to meet with the Dryad.
Oh yeah.
So
I only got out in common. Do you guys speak? Well, we want to talk to your boss. We want to talk to the Dryad.
Make a persuasion roll, Dan.
EPP. Please.
They don't answer.
Say, take us to your leader.
Rock.
I can't
Tell
say
him
it.
in giant.
I'll repeat what Dan said in giant.
Make a persuasion roll, Terry.
$11.
All right. They go, just fuck off and leave us alone. And like you see them like just start drawing back into the mangrove.
Before you go, how do we get across the river?
All right. And you're standing there, and then a few moments later, Steph, you see this figure appear almost disappear in the pathway.
can
And,
I see what it is?
It looks like this green, leafy-looking female, and she just says, "Catman," in this
So Dryad.
in this raspy voice.
So we have come to speak with you. We're trying to find what has upset the balance in this swamp, in
And
these
what-
lands.
What language are you speaking in, Steph?
Well, I'll try Sylvan first, and then
Make a persuasion roll.
situation is shite. But
She just stands there and she says, "You scared my friends."
it was not our intention.
What are you doing here?
So we came with the mud flappers, the druid. We were seeking to find what had happened in these swamps. Some of the people that had travelled here had gone missing. I tell her about the ritual, the thing with the lizard.
She pauses for a moment and she says, "I know of those that went missing."
So we're interested in what happened to them, but also what has driven the trolls from the lands they usually inhabit, and has allowed the dragon to take up a lair.
Make another persuasion roll, Steph.
That's better.
She pauses and she says, "These things are connected." And she steps forward.
Yeah.
Stretches out, steps forward, and you can see she says something, and you can see these two trolls just appear back in the mangrove, just standing there. They actually look a bit worried. And she goes, "These things are all connected. The the same things that affected the trolls took care of some of the other humanoids like yourselves that came through this area, tramping their way through."
The pack.
No, she's talking about the other adventures, I think. The pack didn't come through this area.
Okay.
But
is there something that we can do to help restore the balance?
she's, "Oh, I have taken care of that myself." And of course the swamp does so. Other denizens have taken up the hole that the trolls have left, but she like pats one of the trolls next to her. She goes, "I do find them interesting creatures." And she says, "But I actually have something that belonged to one of those that lost their life in the swamp here. They came through this very way. I can trade it to you."
Okay. All right. Tell us what it is, and we'll see what we can offer.
As well, it's something that belonged to one of them, and I would give it to you if you would do something for me.
What is this thing you would have us do?
She says, "I need some ingredients for something I'm making. It may sound grisly, but I need blood."
From what?
Almost anything. One of you would be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen, is it? She smiles.
What about toad blood?
That would do.
Oh, can we understand her? Can we?
If you can speak Sylvan, you can. It must be fresh.
And how much?
As much
How
as you
much
can.
of
A nice quart. A quart would be good.
a quart of blood
Yes.
from any creature?
Yes.
Right, everyone, chip in.
Bring it to me and I'll give you this item that they left behind, and I will also tell you more. Is it a
Where
deal?
shall we meet you?
I'll just come back here, call my name,
What is your name?
Barb.
Barb.
And she goes, I will wait your return, and she just sinks into the foliage.
Like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
The famous meme.
Oh,
And
Brockle,
the trolls withdraw into the mangroves.
Brockle just say to Dennis, "What's all that about? What's that fit?"
I say, I'll repeat it back to them. I say, the Dryad has said that she has something from the adventurers that came through these parts. They were taken by something. She has not mentioned what that was, or killed by something. And it was the same thing that she says drew away the trolls from that area. Strangely, she says she has dealt with it, but there's definitely more to this story. But what she wants from us is blood. A quart of blood as trade to get the item, although we know not what it is.
Like a pretty one-sided bargain. Need to work on your negotiating skills.
All right, you need to work on your Sylvan.
Probably. I'll call him a dickhead in giant.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are you gonna do?
So, well, I don't think the
A frog.
yeah.
I don't think that's working.
Yeah, no, I'll just stop there.
Ian,
I say, if we could lure one of those toads across, I'm sure we could draw a quart of blood from it.
sure, one of the dudes will find a goblin that's appealing. Like his lunch. Fucking, what is my accent? Shit.
Aye.
So, what are you gonna do? You're trying to set up a.
Yeah, little goblin.
We'll just. Is he still sitting in the water looking at us?
Not at the moment. You can't see from where you are over there. So you start wandering up. From there, you can't see anything. Pardon me. I'll just open
Come
up
up
the
here,
map.
guys.
Yeah, I want to watch this.
You see it?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
You can see, yeah.
How high are these trees, Todd?
They're about like 20 feet high, but they're pretty flimsy. You know, they're only the stalks are only about 5 centimeters, so you're not sure that they hold your weight very well.
You gonna be bait, Terry?
Oh, you are.
Me? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm the.
I'm too crunchy.
I'll be the bait.
Go on then.
As you get a bit closer, you can see over to the east. It looks like there's a few huts.
Huts?
Yeah.
Ever.
Or maybe
Just off
we
in the
should check
distance.
them out first.
Yeah, could get some blood there maybe if we get attacked.
Oh, I don't want to kill
Mate.
them necessarily.
Yeah, maybe they got better idea what the drive would want the blood for.
Oh, it seems fairly likely they'll be deserted, but maybe we should check it out first.
Bullywog huts.
Could be. Not minded to go killing bullywogs, though.
So what you gonna do?
We calling them bullywogs, are we? Are they
Bully.
like Mediterranean bullywogs?
Bullywog.
That's right.
Sorry. Yep. We go and have a look.
Yeah, I can go to the huts first.
Move to where you're gonna move to?
Yeah, scoop it out.
Yeah, I'll go up. With,
Okay. As you
Ruby.
approach, you can see there's quite a group of huts, and they're kind of a little bit makeshift. They look like they're recently made, and they're around this big mucky pool of water. And as you get closer, these creatures start moving out of the huts, and they look like they're lizard men. And they turn and look at you guys, and they're holding these javelins and shields, and they start shouting out to you guys. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Not me.
No.
Yep. No, just kidding. Come on.
Yeah,
No. Okay. So they're barking this language, and you don't understand it, and they're just like leveling their javelins at you, holding their shields.
Come on, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
What do you guys do?
We just back away. Or...
So, well, the lizard people that we heard of were enthralled by the black dragon.
You could kill two birds, one stone, and have a new source of blood.
We could.
Yeah.
Maybe the dragon would come out. Maybe we run back to the Hydra.
Maybe.
It's easier to fight a group of lizardmen or one giant frog.
Well, seems like that's not very far away from each other. They'll.
I reckon if we leave these lizardmen alone, they'll leave us alone. We should just back off.
They look more defensive than aggressive at this stage.
Let's just back off and think about it.
Whatever.
Do they talk about common? Do they sort of yell out in common?
They just like bark back in their language.
All right, someone needs
All
to
right.
make a decision.
Yeah, you're allowed to, Dan.
No one listens to me. Everyone fucking runs off. So,
Kill the frog. Let's just kill a giant frog.
yeah,
all right,
I
let's
agree.
do it.
With frog.
Don't
I reckon
We're
kill
gonna-
the frog out of sight. There's lizard men because it could be
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
You know,
I'm
Don't
gonna
worry.
point it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point at the frog and yell out to the lizard. Is that your frog, or can we eat it?
And he just growls back.
I know. All right.
All right, so everyone position themselves where you're going to do. This frog's just like its head comes back out. It's looking at you guys at the moment.
Don't agree.
I guess I said I'm going to be the bait, so I'm going to go down the water and wiggle my ass at it.
Okay, so you move down to there, and it looks at you. Hang
Bet
on.
it's like a hypnotic frog or something.
I bet you it like shoots its tongue out and tries to drag you into the swamp.
I reckon.
It's like it's gonna. If you
Right,
lick it, you
so-
fucking.
It just like its eyes just narrow on you, Ruby, and
Yeah.
it looks like it's about to do something. Why doesn't everyone just click on the tokens and roll for initiative?
Why don't we? Fucking underway.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Stupid thing.
All right. So,
Hey, fucking Brocco, what are you
Brock, so
gonna do?
you're standing there. Ruby's wandered up, and at the moment, this frog's just like it's still down in the water, pretty much, just with his eyeballs out. It's looking interested at the moment.
Yep. I'll bonus action defensive field,
Hmm.
and then I'll hold an action to firebolt the frog if it attacks Ruby. Or
Okay.
when it does.
Grumble.
I'll just do something. I'll stand there and wait, and when it attacks Ruby, I'll firebolt it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be
Online,
boring.
you do the same
Yeah.
thing. Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
fuck it.
So sure enough, are we missing someone? Ruby.
I'm last.
Oh, okay.
I rolled shit.
Yeah, I didn't have you sorted for some reason, but I've got you sorted now. All right. So yes, this toad, it just from where it is, it leaps out of the water. So everyone with your held actions, go ahead and firebolt it.
Firebolt for 2.
Its armor class is only 11, so
Oh, wicked. We're all here.
So take 4 damage from fire.
yeah, yep, seems to.
Got wet and soggy.
Oh, hang on, what did happen there?
So what did we get for damage?
2.
On
9.
9.
Fury the small. Add 2
Hang
onto
on.
that.
No, you did
What's
8.
going on? Oh, sorry, 8.
8, 9, 17, and what did Grumble do?
4.
4, so 21 damage. All right, you'll sink all these fire bolts into this thing, and like it howls in pain, but it lands, and it just like turns its head sideways and just bites at Ruby. 19.
That is a hit.
All right, so it just like extends its jaw, all the way around Ruby, lifts her up in the air, tilts its head back, opens up, and, and just swallows her.
Jesus Christ.
Tasty.
Ruby, you're blinded
That's
and
fine.
restrained.
Yep.
Okay.
Blinded by the light.
And
That's fine.
you see this thing sinks back in, jumps back into the water. You still see its head though, out in the water, and like Ruby's somewhere inside it. Xander.
I'm going to shoot it.
Okay. So it's got 75% cover at the moment.
Gonna sec.
75% cover.
But it just gives us more armor class. That's all.
21.
21. I think we're still here. Yeah. 3/4 cover plus 5 armor class. So it's got an armor class of 16 now. So yes, definitely hit.
7 damage.
All right. Sink hour into it. Anything else from Xander?
No.
All right. So Ruby, all's dark. It's gone very quiet. You're blinded. You're restrained.
Yep.
Is there anything you can do?
I can go into a rage and hit it.
Sorry, I think I've done this wrong. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry. So it didn't actually do that. What happened? I did that wrong. Sorry. Is it bit? Did 14 damage. So
Yeah.
11 piercing, 3 poison, and it has Ruby grappled.
Okay.
Right. So sorry about that.
Mm.
So
Got ahead of yourself.
it didn't make any difference to Xander's attack. So sorry, Ruby, you're just grappled at the moment.
Yep. I'll try and I'll go into rage, bonus action, rage,
Okay. Yes.
and I will try and break out of the grapple.
Okay. Go ahead and make a athletic check.
Fucking hell. 12.
You can't break out. This frog's got a hold you. You've used your bonus action. So
Yeah.
Brock.
But it's not back in the water. I'm gonna move in and punch it.
Okay, go ahead.
You. Have you met this? Missed.
That's a
No.
miss.
I haven't. I still haven't.
And yes.
That's it. No.
Okay. On long.
On long. Okay. I'm gonna cast sleep.
Sleep. Okay. Go for it.
Why have I still got spells? Hang on, something's gone wrong. I wasn't long rested, man. Yeah, I'll cast sleep spell.
Roll
Yes.
your dice.
Sleep spell, where are you? Cast. Roll. Wow, that's not bad. 29.
All right. So this toad falls asleep, and it just like starts sinking into the water, and that's it for on long.
Yeah.
Grumble. What are you going to do?
Well, get out my short sword and stab it.
We got to get it out of the water.
It's got to wake up as soon as you try and pull it out of the water.
Yeah, we can kill it, but we still also need to get it out of the water.
I'm
That
not sure.
sounds like a next round problem.
Not sure you're close enough to attack it, Corey.
Oh, sorry, I would have moved in. Where am I? Oh, too far away. Guess I wouldn't have attacked it. I just move into there. That's all I do.
Okay. So okay. So it's asleep. Xander.
I might as well shoot it. It's going to wake it up, though.
It is. Now it's prone, so you'll be at disadvantage to attack it. You're shooting from.
Oh, shooting. Yeah,
If you're
all right.
attacking from all.
I'll draw my short sword and vicious dagger and move in.
Well, can you do that with your two-handed?
Yeah, I'll just do that. I won't attack.
Okay. All right. No problems. Ruby.
I'm gonna reach
grappled
in.
anymore.
I'm gonna reach in and grapple that fucker and pull it out of the water.
Okay. So I won't. I'll just use your grappling rolls. So you just make an athletics check. Make sure you don't get a 1. Okay, yep, you grab this thing and you can pull it out of the water.
Yep.
I guess it's probably still asleep. Takes damage. Okay, yep. So you drag this thing out into the bank.
Uh,
That's your action.
Yep. So I can't attack it, can I?
Well, no, you did.
that's-
You attacked it with the grapple. That's
Yeah,
effectively attack action. Yep.
And I can't do anything. I'll just go to the other guys. Have at it.
All right, Brock.
Go, Roy. Come on, Des is fucked.
So you're at advantage, Terry, because it's prone. And it'll be it'll be a critical anyway, won't it? If you hit.
Yeah.
So, give me a crit damage. All right. You punch it, and this thing is, and it just like arms and legs just splay out, and it's dead.
Fucking the sleep spell finally worked. Yeah.
Nice one.
Get out a flask.
Okay.
Yeah, does anyone know how to bleed a frog?
Well, one person can try a survival check if they want to, but if you get it wrong, you'll miss out.
What's your who's? I can give you some
Mine's
inspiration.
+4. Oh,
I'll give you a bard inspiration as well.
okay,
If you
I'll
wanna
give
use
it a go.
Go ahead.
And what's that do? I'll use the inspiration.
Well, roll your dice first.
21.
Oh, yeah, you managed to do it.
You don't have to use it if you don't
Managed
want to.
to
You
get
got 10. You got
a,
dice 6.
a core of this sticky toad blood into.
Toad blood.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go.
All right, for the next 10 minutes, you've got like a 1d6 to roll on shit. If you want to.
Thank you.
Okay. So what are you gonna do now?
Well, as tempting as it is to drink it, I think we should take it to the dryad.
Let's do it. You've done the deal. Let's go do the deal.
Oh, enlightening.
Is there anything else that's frog skin worth anything? While we're at it,
I need any frog's blood for healing potions?
Toad eyes.
Nope. Toad doesn't help.
no,
Okay, okay.
no, you need Eye of Newt.
Because I'm not on long.
All right. So you want Xander wanders back. Brock follows. Everybody else just hangs around looking at the frog.
No,
I'll go back.
I'm coming. I'm just trying to get my brain moving.
Xander gets to there. What's he gonna do once he gets to there?
I call out her name. I go, Barb,
Bob.
Barb, 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 Ran, Barb, Barb.
Bob Moran.
You've got big cans.
She says, "Yes, come along." You hear this voice shout from down the pathway.
Okay, I'll carefully start moving forward and I look around
Keep pushing him from behind.
Yeah.
as I go.
Okay. Yeah, you think there's some movement somewhere in the bushes, and you see some, definitely see some movement off in the mangrove, probably trolls. As you get down to there, you see the path ends, and there's a like a small hut made out of green and Barb standing at the front. And as you approach, says, "I see you have it."
Yes.
Um,
1
very
quart of
good.
toad blood.
Not very
Fresh.
exotic, but it will do.
It depends where you're from.
Hey,
And
I hear in some countries they also eat the leg.
eat the middle leg. Eat the cock. Frog cock.
The toadstool.
Toadstool.
Legs
We
of
should have had to
the
collect the
stool.
shit. I need some toadstool. Sorry.
So, she says, very good, a bargain's a bargain. And she takes the blood and she wanders into her hut and she comes back out and she says, here, and she gives you this ring.
All right, I'll inspect it.
It's got a picture of a fish on the side. And
I can identify that if you've got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'll pass it on. I say, look, fishy. I wonder whether it's water breathing.
she says, and I can tell you something. There were strange creatures in the swamp for many months. They were orcs, but they acted differently somehow, and they made the trolls upset, which got them agitated and moving around, and they drove them into this part of the swamp, but they were driven, many of them were driven, the trolls were driven further north and appear to have disappeared. I think they were going somewhere, but I don't know where. But the those bullywugs across the other side of the river, they know. I know they know. My friends have told me. And like yeah, you see like she's holding a snake crawls out from her sleeve.
Pretty sure Ez will be able to convince them to tell us what they know. Knuckles.
And she says, and she smiles and says, and I'm willing to make further bargains if you would be interested.
What else you got, lady?
She says, to the east of here, there is a small tribe of lizard men, or what remains of them, and they worship a dragon. I would,
Told you we should have taken him out. Dragon
I
with
would,
a gun.
I would have that dragon's scales, and I could give you something quite powerful for it.
Combined with murdering lizard men. For a good cause.
It will be,
Wait, did you say we have to get the dragon scale? So
yes.
So that's
What of the Hydra?
Pentamaros, yes. He passed through here just a little while ago.
Yes, we saw him.
At least that means he shouldn't be back for a little while unless something draws his attention.
Seems odd for. Sorry.
I fear he is too stupid to find Corsticia, the Black Dragon.
All right, shall we? Oh, that pond.
Bullywugs or lizardmen next?
Lizardmen.
Lizardmen will
That means
lead on
we
to
have
the
to fight the
dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, if we run into
Well-
the lizardmen, we may well run into the dragon.
Well, I'm up for it.
Okay.
Which one?
Let's do it then.
And
Lizardmen?
as you're actually standing there talking to Barb, you see this figure fly over, heading towards the lizard man camp. It does look like a dragon.
How big?
It's large, a lot bigger than those little things that you fought in the dungeon.
It's
And this thing's
fucking
flying.
massive.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got a, and Barb sort of just stands there watching it fly over, and says her belly has become full, with there
So
being
she'll
no
probably-
with there being no trolls here to take care of all the prey in the area.
All right. Well, the problem about the other bullywugs is that we can't get across the river.
Well, look, I reckon if you, why don't we give Brock a minute to identify that ring?
Do it as a ritual. I want to
Uh,
spend
yeah.
100 gold pieces to do it.
Barb says if you somehow
Ah.
manage to obtain a dragon scale, please come back.
Yes.
And you see her lean against the walls of her heart, and she just shimmers away and disappears. It's like she's sucked into the leaves there.
It's going to say to Xander that Dickie's got the hots for you.
Well, you're going to do it?
What gives you that? Well, so he needs 100 gold if we're going to do that. So
Oh, he needs a pearl worth 100 gold.
But just do it as a ritual, like Corey was saying before. You don't have to do it as a spell. We can do it as a ritual. A ritual.
So 10 minutes. Does that?
For 10 minutes.
The pearl for identify isn't consumed when you use it. So it's something you have to buy once.
I've got 100 gold piece pearl that's in my homunculus at the moment, so I don't really want to pull it out.
I'm just going to go grab a drink, guys, while you have a little think. I'll be just 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not even that.
I don't want you to pull out your homunculus either.
Too late, it's already out.
I need to go to Lou. I'll be back.
Only. What are we going to do? We either work our way, go across the river, or go and fight these.
Dragon.
Lizards.
Yeah, but fighting the lizards means fighting the dragons.
Maybe. We might be able to take enough of them down fast.
See what the ring is first. Just double check.
Alright, see what it is. Go New Zealand.
neutral.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. We all back? Probably son never left.
I
Yeah.
never left.
Oh, no, Steph's back going for piss.
Yeah, I know. I'm back. Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Left went to split the whisker. Because he's a cat,
Um,
not because he's a woman. All right. So, what are you going to do?
Identify that ring.
Identify the ring. Okay, so you wander off from Barb's hut, find somewhere a bit quieter, and you sit down and I think did Grumble was going to ritual, I think. And you identify the ring. It's a ring of swimming.
All right.
Cool.
Okay then.
How does it work?
For argument's sake, if Ruby wore that, could somebody ride on her back while she swims? Cool.
But
we can
if
do
you leave Onlong and Grumble on the same side while you take off the other side, they'll eat each other.
they'll eat each other.
you have to work out how to get it.
Easy. On long first.
It's a team building exercise.
All the ring just gives you a high
That's-
swimming speed.
Yeah, give you swimming speed, yeah.
You don't have to roll athletics to swim.
You don't normally anyway, unless you're in
Yeah.
changing terrain.
Can't just choose to swim.
Unless you're in a riptide.
All right. So what are we going to do?
Should we kill the lizard men?
I reckon. Let's try that.
They might have a dragon scale.
Yeah.
But we just
Uh,
asked him if we've got a dragon skull.
Can't speak to them.
They didn't seem like the talkative sort either.
Let's just take them on and see what happens. We always run anyway, so
Well, they're not going to talk to us. And then just,
yeah. So let's go and see if we can do some damage.
Yeah, well, I don't mind. We can do that. The other option,
It's to swim across the river.
well,
That's the other option we've got.
well, someone can swim across, and then there looks like there's some sort of raft on the other side. There's a bunch of logs and stuff.
Right?
I'm just wondering, like, if we were going to run, where would you run to?
run from what?
The
The
Lizard
dragon.
man.
lizardman and the dragon.
Well, the dragon's not with the lizard man.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, he is.
He just flew back over.
Well, not with them. They're together though. I have a feeling if we attack the lizard men, they're going to call the dragon.
God help us. We're getting fucking killed. All right, make a decision. Are we going across the river or not?
Go across and look at the raft. See whether we think we could
All right, Rube,
use it.
are you going to go across and see if we can use the raft?
Sure. I'm pretty dumb though, and I don't know much about boats.
So,
Okay.
so where's there a raft?
I
But
don't know.
no, was it a raft? There were logs or something.
It's a,
There was
it's a
some.
log structure. I'm pretty sure it's a village wall.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right.
Sorry.
It's a village wall, is it?
It could have been something like that, yeah.
That's fucking. Let's just go to the birds are out there.
Lizardmen?
Let's go to the lizardmen. Yeah.
Yep, righty, let's go. Let's head
You're the
down there.
lizard men and run when the dragon comes.
Lizardmen.
I'm going to stalk towards them.
You know, run away from the dragon. If dragon comes.
Oh, I'm happy to stalk, but
When do we have to
Many-
start stalking?
So, well, no further than that. If Grumble, stop moving, please. If you can move back to where you were just a moment ago. As you approach there, you see the lizard men are. There's a whole bunch of lizard men out.
Fuck.
And they're all looking at something to the south
Towards that pond.
towards the pond, and you can see this dragon like kind of stretches up to its full height and just sort of shakes itself and like roars something at them, and then it jumps into the water and disappears.
All right.
Hmm.
Let's go.
Go what?
Go the lizardmen.
Fucking 10 of them there, huh?
Oh, for fuck! All right, let's run away then.
No, 12 of them, eh? 6.
All right, let's go across the river then.
Oh, let's have a discussion before we just rush in. Like, we should have a
All
plan
right.
if we're gonna take him, but there's 12 of them. It's still the right thing to do. Plus, they could potentially call the dragon out.
All right, then let's leave.
Yeah, how are we going to take that many on? Are we going to take? As soon as we start engaging them, they're all going to come running.
Yeah. So let's try to kill a few before they fucking like get up close, get in, and then let's see what happens. Or we run off.
I reckon get that Hydra involved.
Yeah. What about we could try and provoke the Hydra? Get him.
But it's not coming back for a couple of weeks.
Couple of hours, I thought.
What about somehow we could? She said the Hydra wasn't smart enough to find the dragon, but we know where the dragon is. Somehow you got to lead the Hydra to the dragon.
Mm.
What about if we like kill the bullywogs and set up a trail of bullywog bodies leading to the dragon?
Or a trail of toad bodies.
Not bullywogs. I mean the toads. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
The 3 toads.
Would it eat a dead thing?
Just chop it up into bits. Have like a trail, like
We
cookie
can make
craft,
fake dragon feet and make tracks.
like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, look, I don't know. The Hydra's going to be a while before it comes back. If we think that that's too many for us to take on in one go, then I reckon we go over and see the bullywugs.
Yep.
Bully,
I agree with Steph.
whatever.
14 bullywags.
Yeah, if we're not going to fight them, let's leave and go across the river.
Yeah, maybe we can get enlist their help against these. No, we
Yeah.
don't think that.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Or set up some sort of distraction.
All right. Ruby, can I hop on your back?
No.
All right, no worries. Let's go across the river then. How do we get
Well,
across, Todd?
Well, I guess you
Okay.
will have to get on my back.
So you go and stand on the bank there. You can see, yeah, like I said, this water's just moving very slowly. It looks like it's, you can see the bottom in some spots, despite the fact that it's a bit dirty. You can see, like, down the side of the bank, it goes at least 10 feet down. So you imagine, it's probably, potentially 20 or 30 feet deep in the middle. In some areas, at least. It doesn't look like it's very difficult to swim across.
All right,
So-
jump in. Start swimming.
So just give me an athletics check.
Who's going to wear the
What's
ring,
the-
though?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure whether the ring requires attunement or not. You'd have to check if someone does want to try and put it on.
I jumped in, Todd, and then he drowned
Okay.
again.
Onlong jumps in and starts flapping about and slips on some mud and falls face first into the water. Just give me a dexterity save, Dan, for starters. Okay, you managed to hold your breath, but you're lying under the water. What's everyone else do that first round? Onlong jumps in,
I'm gonna
doesn't do a
laugh
very
at
good job of
Onlong.
swimming. Xander.
Yeah, I jump in.
Xander makes it across. Yep. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
So we're just gonna go across, are we?
Ring
Well, you
doesn't
don't
say
have
anything
to.
about.
That's what
Mhm.
everyone. Well, that's what some people are trying this first round.
Thanks.
So go ahead, Ruby. Give me your athletics if you're swimming across.
I'm not raging, sorry.
Yep.
I'll be
So
10.
Yep. No problems. You get across. You're not wearing any armor, are you? Who else? Brock, Grumble. Are you guys?
He's got the ring.
Does it need enchantment or?
Doesn't say that it does.
Okay. Yeah. Well, someone can put it on if they want.
Anyone mind if I try it? Because I'm wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, you are.
Go for it.
All right. Brock slips on his ring. It just feels himself like lift up a little bit out of the mud.
I am Dwarven Jesus. Trying to walk across the water.
Okay, he
He's
falls
not
in.
in
he falls in, but he can swim.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Yeah,
swim
he can
across.
swim across.
He's not
Grumble,
only fist deep
30.
in the mud.
Grumble swam across. So Onlong tried to swim across, fell into the water. So next round, just another athletics, Dan.
Another athletics.
Yep.
Nope.
All right. So Onlong's disappeared. You guys look back and you go, okay, right. So and you go, shit. So Onlong's under the water. So you're holding your breath at the moment, Onlong. Next round, what are you gonna do? Try swim across again. You can try if you want. Just give me a survival check.
Trying to swim back. Todd.
Nope. Fail.
Okay. All right.
Roll
So
a
just give me
one.
just give me athletics check again, then, Dan. All right. Now just roll a d20 for me. Just a flat d20.
Never seen a flat D20. They're all pretty pointy.
Okay. So Grumble can't. So Onlong can't see, and she starts swimming, and she bumps against the bank, and then turns around and manages to get her head up and swim across.
Fucking told you I hate water, you wankers.
She's covered in mud. She's like coughing up stuff. You know, fish in one of her pockets.
Fucking
And that
hate
sort of thing.
swimming, man. I fucking told you, and like, let's go fucking go for a swim.
It was funny.
Okay, so
Fuck
across
you.
the other side here, you see
Grumble got
there is a another small kind of like lagoon of water, and on the other side is this structure with all these wooden logs, made of all these wooden logs stuck into the ground. And you can hear lots of croaking.
cross cautiously.
Can we see a gate at all, Todd?
Nope.
Should we call out?
We should circle around maybe to see if we can find a gate.
Just give me a group survival roll.
See, I fucking survive, but I can't swim.
Okay. On long and well, yeah, a few of you kind of have a think about it, and you realise, you saw the bullywugs with that travelled with the mud flappers. You saw them hop, and they could hop pretty high, and you think, well, why would they need a gate?
Just go over the top.
When they have visitors.
If you welcome visitors, you might do that sort of thing.
Yeah. Or just yell out to them. Sweet.
Yeah, I reckon we want to make ourselves known.
All right. So, where do you go to?
Although I am not particularly good with the speaking, so
Neither am
Okay,
I.
so yeah.
I'm gonna go here, see if I can see anything.
Okay, as you move up there, Ruby, you can see it looks like there's these big frogs swimming around in the water. Not as quite as big as the toads that you saw before, but
Yep.
still sizable. As big as a man.
Big toes here.
I got 2 big toes.
So you're there. You can see, this wooden thing's about 15 foot high.
See
Uh,
any movement? Any movement on the other side of the wall or anything?
You can't see anything really from you guys. Haven't got a really good enough view of it to see.
No smoke. Campfires. Any noise?
No smoke. Yeah, you can hear heaps of frog noises, and you can't really tell whether it's bullywugs talking or frogs croaking. Just to be clear, the wall is like it's actually only about 8 feet high.
All right. Shall we call out, you reckon?
Yeah. That's
You're
been
rubber
adapted
bandy.
by robots again.
Ah,
Okay. So just standing there, Ruby.
Yeah.
Is that who's calling out or?
Yeah, I'll call out.
Okay.
Hello.
croak.
All right. After a few moments, these you see these 2 frog creatures hop up onto the wall, holding spears, and they just start croaking at you.
I'll bow down like I'll do a bow and say to the guys behind me, anyone speak the language what these things would speak?
Just give me a persuasion roll, Julian.
$18.
All right. He just croaks something out, and again, you don't understand that. And the other one croaks something to them. They just croak between themselves, and then one of them just jumps down and disappears, and the other one just turns back and keeps croaking at you.
Anyone understand them?
No.
Anyone speak frog?
I
This-
reckon they were telling a joke. Because it sounded like a croak. It was beyond a joke.
a few moments later,
Gary, I wish you hadn't spoke.
it's a bit hard to tell whether or not it's the same one, but a frog jumps back up, and they start croaking, and this like net gets thrown down over the side of the wall, and they kind of step back and they point to it, and they, point to it and point to you guys and start croaking.
We don't want to buy any nets.
I'll walk over there and climb.
All right.
Climb-
So you
climb.
go through the water, and you can see, it's like only about waist deep, which is still a high for the goblins, but they managed to get across it without too much trouble. And yeah, you can climb over this rope net, and you see inside there is a big bullywug compound. It's a village, and you can see coming out from some of these huts are a whole bunch of bullywugs. And they appear to be starting to, they're all croaking excitedly, and they're starting to head towards this largest structure in the place to the north. And these bullywugs on the wall point towards the centre.
I start walking forward with my hands in the air, no weapons.
Yeah.
One of them turns and looks at Grumble and croaks at him. Yep. And then they pull the net up, and they hop down and they point towards the centre. And all of a sudden they stop making noise, and you see from this hut to the west, this old-looking bullywug comes out, and they all stop and they all kind of bow their heads.
Nice jumper, mate.
And he wanders over to this hut, and he goes inside, disappears for a moment, and then he comes back out.
Did Nana knit that for you?
And he stands here. And
You
then
people gonna die?
they all stop, and then this other one comes out of the hut.
He looks like Toad of Toad Hall.
And he
Hello, my
sits on
baby. Hello, my darling.
all the bullywugs bow, and then this one, he sits down on the throne, and in a croaking
The
common,
toadstool.
the toadstool, yeah. He sits down in a croaking common. He says, "What brings you visitors to my beautiful kingdom? Tell me why I shouldn't have you all stabbed and fed to us in a large feast." And all these frogs start going, all these bullywugs.
Now, we have a bard whose primary stat is charisma.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
they should do the talking.
Oh,
Oh,
metagaming.
boss man's injured.
Metagame.
We do.
Well, it's all right. You can push on along forward if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I step forward. Greetings, Sir Frogalot.
And he looks down haughtily on Long.
I bow, curtsy.
Okay. Just make a persuasion roll for me.
Persuasion. Perception, persuasion.
And he says not too close, and if you start moving too close,
Right.
then these frogs start
Back off.
moving in.
I just wanted to touch your toes.
Yeah, he says, "What brings you to my kingdom?"
We have a slight problem with a black dragon. I was wondering if you have the same problem.
Ooh, Kostisha, yes, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
We stay away from her.
Also, do you know what happened to the trolls? Why the trolls left? With all those orcs.
He shrinks down a little bit, And he says, information this is that I can give to you, but. And he leans back and puts one foot up on the throne and says, "What can you give to me in
I can give you
return?"
some insects.
Ring of swimming.
We could,
He-
we could
he
give you
says-
this nice ring.
He says, "Look at me," and he points to his clothes, and like they don't, they don't appear that clean and that sort of thing, but they do appear like
They
they're
haven't been swum in.
well, they're like not certainly not Bullywog clothes. They're from somewhere else. And you recognise like the pants. There's some pants that like an adventurer might wear or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. You seem to have met our companions.
Well, they, not our companions.
Our compatriots.
Oh, whatever. If
I
you
can
guys want
I
to tell
can
a
tell
story.
you
Contemporaries.
I can tell you what happened to them, but
Yeah.
just give me
What
something.
What would you like, sir?
Look at me.
Oh,
I'm
Can we
a
offer you
what is
some
it?
gold?
He wants to
Gold
wash his clothes.
trinkets.
He wants us to wash his clothes for him.
No, I would like something beautiful.
What about a gem? I don't have any gems.
Beautiful. Like what?
What about this ring?
What ring?
Why don't you play for him, Dan?
Ring that I'm wearing.
Yeah, the ring that we just picked up.
Does it have to be a physical thing?
His eyes shrink together. He goes, "What do you mean?"
So you want an item, or would a song from our bard friend here be good enough if it was a good song?
Blade singer.
Make a persuasion roll, Corey.
From Dan. Persuasion is not my strong point. 4.
he says,
It's like me.
We find the sound of your voice is barely tolerable as it is.
So you want some gold?
No, I want something
Blues.
of
Ring.
beauty.
Ring. Remember this beautiful ring with a fish on it?
Close. We don't
Fuck off!
have
It's
any...
on my finger. I gotta swim back across the
And-
river. Stop trying to give my fucking ring away.
When
Shit ring. It's a shit ring, mate.
You're a shit ring.
when Ruby says clothes, he says, "What clothes do you have?"
I got this beautiful travelling cloak.
Do you?
Yeah, it's just my normal cloak.
I don't know, but is it on your character sheet though? Or?
I think I've got clothes.
Just
Oh,
the
I
clothes I'm
have.
wearing.
Traveller's clothes.
Is that what you're wearing
Traveller's
though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
present the veteran's cane. What about something to enhance the clothes you have?
Such as?
And I'll show him the veteran's cane. So it's like the walking cane that turns into a sword once.
Oh, okay. Give me a persuasion roll at advantage, Terry.
Always on. Oh man, this is still done.
I got no idea.
Double 13.
He says, You'd give this to me.
This is
I like
yours
this.
in exchange.
A
Or-
walking stick would go very well with this top hat of mine.
Would, wouldn't it?
Yes. He says, very well. And all the frogs start kind of like leaping up and down a little bit. All the bullywugs. And he says,
Give it to him to try out.
All right, he takes it and he says, and he throws it between his hands. And he says, very well. And he says, there are several adventuring groups that came into this area. One group was disposed of by the denizens of the area, and like some of the frogs are croaking, like if you feel like they're laughing, but some were taken by the ones that took the trolls.
What did they
There
look
was
like?
Taken alive?
there was I don't know,
What took the
but
trolls? What did that look like?
they looked like orcs, but there was something strange about them. They were not like normal orcs, but we couldn't work out why. But
Did they have
They-
hyena heads?
no, we have heard the stories of the hyena men, but that was far to the south, from what we understand. But these orcs, they first stirred up the trolls, and then drove them to this area, and then through this area to the north, where the trolls disappeared, and it looks like they were operating from the abandoned, somewhere near the abandoned fortress near the suck holes.
Oh.
Suck holes. It's an area where the mud's loose and moves, and you can get sucked into the ground if you're not careful. We avoid it.
So, can you point it out on this map?
It's far to the north from here. But yes, if you stay on our side of the river and follow it to the north, it would only take you a few hours on your funny feet to get there.
Can I ask him what he knows of the Hydra? What do you know of the
And
Hydra
Pentamaros,
in Tamara?
yes.
Yes.
He was seen, if but infrequently, in this area before recently. But when Kostisha made her home here, he's become a more regular visitor. He seeks her.
Any way we can facilitate this meeting that you know of?
We have learnt to avoid them both. Kostisha doesn't annoy us. She may well be able to destroy us, but there are many of us, so she leaves us alone for now. If the two were to meet, it would be a fierce battle, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere nearby. Also, I'm not sure how you do such a thing. The Hydra is not very bright, but Kostisha, she is cunning. And she has the moon wrapped around her finger.
And
Do you happen to know where we'd find a dragon scale?
On a dragon.
Touche. Man. Touche.
I would say to Terry, ask him
Why do you
about
think
if they like the lizard man.
They are no friends of ours. Again, we stay away. Why do you seek a dragon scale?
So, what do you know of the dryad, Barb?
We do not trust her.
She has asked us to
Interesting.
provide her with a dragon scale.
Yes,
In
she would do
exchange
such
for
things.
something.
Deal with her at your peril.
Why is it that you don't trust her?
She's black. She's
Yes.
black.
She's green.
She's not all that she sings, we believe. We don't like the way she sinks into the trees. Gives us the shivers.
They're shooters.
Like the clothes that he's wearing, you said like they aren't fine or anything. Are there any like hairs or smudges or like rips in them?
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I'll just hold
Yep.
my hands up to say, like, if you will permit me, I will I can make your clothes look finer, and I'll cast a mending on his clothes.
Okay. He says, and he sits up straight. And he nods. And he says, very good.
This
I
is
think
a sign of good faith.
if it's to the suck holes you wish to travel to, I can have some guides take you there for your fine work.
That would be fantastic. And if we survive the trek, we can do this many more times.
He nods. So if for any reason you wanted to, you could have a short rest here. I'm not sure that you've really done enough to warrant needing it. And then yeah, he can take you to the suck holes if that's what you want to do. He can have some guides take you there.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Yeah,
And
I'm
look at
keen
Yeah.
for that.
All right. So it takes about a few hours to get there.
weird feet.
On your strange feet, what he said. And hang on, let me just do this. All right, and then I'll put you guys on the map. Okay, so you come to this area where the ground flattens out, and it's actually getting closer to the edge of the swamp, and these bullywugs point to this place. You can see it's a few hundred feet away, where the ground's flat and there's not much vegetation. It's just mud, and then from there it looks like it starts changing into like more solid ground. And they go, that is the area.
Standing on solid ground.
I can't see anything on the map.
Okay, yep. Sorry, let me open up some things. I might just open up the whole map. To be honest, doesn't really matter. There you go. So you can see, there's muddy ground. Off to the east, there's this looks like the ruins of some sort of building. And on top of it, it looks like there's this like flat wooden structure, and it looks like there's a body
Protected
stretched out on
frog.
top. Yeah, or maybe dissected or maybe eaten.
All right.
And like you can hear this like slurping noise, and like you can see the ground in areas just go pop, and like these bubbles pop out of the ground, and like just this sucking noises and stuff like that. So don't just go moving around, please. What's everyone going to do?
Sure. Have we got any rope? Anyone got rope?
Yeah, I've got rope.
Oh, I think I got some. Let's have a look.
What do you
Just
want?
threw mine at somebody.
No, I've got a 50-foot rope.
So have I.
Why don't we tie it to each other and then start heading across just in case someone disappears?
Sure.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
well, I'm gonna inspect the ground or look at the ground between.
What are you going to do with the rope? Sorry.
Oh,
Can we tie each other together, or you don't want to do that?
we definitely. I think it's a good idea to have a rope between us, but I don't know if we want to tie it. But yeah,
Are we going to do it or not? Yes, no, maybe.
How many ropes
I'm
do
good
we
with
have?
that.
How many people?
Who?
I've got a 50-foot rope.
Yeah, I've got 50-foot rope too.
So do I.
Oh, there you go. We got enough rope to tie each other together.
Yeah, but if it sucks one of us down, might
And drags
Well,
the
we should
other
be
down.
able to- Alright, and let's just walk across.
No, we'll just go like. Can we prod the ground or map out a path or anything like that, Todd? Is there any?
You prod the ground, it goes in, and like you can feel it's just muddy sort of underneath. It goes down to like a level of clay, but even when you push a bit further, you can push whatever you got into that.
Maybe we
Okay.
should just not go there because we might get dirty.
Yeah, look, I think Dan's right. I reckon.
It's not know what you're going to do with the rope if you're doing anything with the rope. Otherwise, just keep moving. You'll do whatever you
Yeah.
what you do.
I'll start moving along, see no one's doing anything. So I'm going to start walking out.
Hold on. Go ahead and move yourself.
Let me just find my little dude. How long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
Bang.
Oddlong moves to there, straight in line, turns around and says, "What are you guys waiting for? Is anyone else going to move?"
I will
Yep,
go that way.
I'll follow the same line.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you move to there. Again, nothing happens apart from you can hear these slurping sounds around you. Next round, let's say, what's Oddlong going to keep moving?
Yeah. 2, 3, 6.
Okay. Oddlong moves to there.
Yep, I'll follow along.
That's where everyone moves to?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys move to there. Most of you are in pretty much a straight line, and Grumble's sort of approaching to join you, and just as he just about gets up to you guys, like there's this big slurping sound, all this mud sort of starts collapsing underneath Grumble. Give me a dex save for Grumble, Corey. All right. Grumble just gets sucked down into the ground, and you just see this like mud just like collapse over the top. There's no sign of him. All right. So we're just about to finish for the night. We might just do one more round, and then we'll leave it there. So what's everyone going to do?
Rumble, can you hear me?
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that ground there look a bit more sturdier?
It does actually, yes.
I'm going to stand there and go.
You still want muddy there, but about 10 feet
Oh,
more in.
sorry.
It's just like it's still muddy, but it doesn't look as thick and clayey. Yeah?
Yeah, alright. I throw us a rope. Oh, I won't be able to hold him. What the fuck?
Okay, so
Yeah.
online moves are there. What's everyone else doing this last round?
Is that rock there?
It looks like a piece of ruins sticking up out of the mud.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab some rope, tie it around me, throw it down that hole, and then go here if I can. If I can do all that.
There's no
Oh,
hole.
Ah.
Yeah, there's
It's
like
disappeared.
you can see this like small indentation there, but like the rope's not going to go down a hole or anything like that. It looks like
Someone
it's
has
filled in
to
with mud.
reach in and grab him.
So Ruby
Oh.
moved over to there.
Yeah,
I'll still
I'll still leave the rope there, and I'll
Yeah,
trail it back.
Okay.
I'll grab the other end of the rope that Ruby's got and tie it around myself, and then move to that spot.
Okay. All right. So you move over there. Give me and you can feel this slurping sound. Brock, what are you doing?
I'm going to move here. Is like this terrain any easier with the ring on?
No, not really. No.
Really?
I mean, you know,
Alright.
it's not difficult terrain anyway. It's not anything like that.
Yeah, I was
so,
just thinking if, like, when I first put it on, you said I'd like rose up in the mud a bit.
yeah. That was just flavour.
Okay, just flavour. No worries. I'll stand here and see. I'll just wait and see whether I can help. Like, if anyone struggles to the top, I'll reach out and grab him.
All right. So Xander, give me a deck save. Okay, so you can feel the mud slipping away Xander can feel the mud slipping away underneath him. Does he jump out the way, or does he let himself get sucked down?
I'm going to let myself get sucked down and hold the rope.
All right, so you let yourself get sucked down, Julian, and Julian, you're just holding the other end, are you?
Yeah, I'll wrap it around my waist and like kind of.
Okay. Give me an athletics check, Julian. Okay. Yep. So you hold this rope, and Xander, you can see the rope going down into the mud, and Xander, you can feel yourself sitting there in the mud, just underneath the surface. And that's where we'll leave it, I think, for the week. So, now taking into consideration of probably got we got through a fair bit then, but that's okay. I've still got some stuff prepared, so I could probably go around again, in another 3 weeks if you want to.
Yep.
Yeah,
What
whenever
was that?
whenever you want to play.
Make it the 17th of March.
So we'll make
Does that sound scary to
Ladies'
anybody
Day.
off the cuff?
Let's come.
Is that so?
I'll be in us again, but that's all good.
All right, let's pencil in the 17th then for the next one. Get some tempo going with it. And we'll leave that with Grumble having been sucked under the ground, Xander having been sucked down but is being held by Ruby, and Ruby can feel this rope pulling pretty tight. There feels like there's a fair bit of suction there. And the rest we'll find out what happens next time. Cool. So Julian, coming to town.
Yep. I'll be there. Yeah, from arrive on the Thursday night. I'm going to go see my mum.
I'll
So
make sure I'm out of there.
Well,
Yeah.